What is going on, guys? Eagle Aquatics back here, and in today's video I'm going to be going over all the stuff I feed my aquarium, my reef aquarium to be exact. I feed frozen as well as dry food. I switch it off every other day. Feed frozen one day, feed dry the next, and then that's how it goes. I like to vary my fish's diet and give them the widest variety I can, because that's what they get in the environment ultimately. So you want to try to match that, give them all their right nutritional stuff, and yeah, I'll be going over what I feed my fish as dry and frozen food. So let's start out with frozen food before it thaws out on me. First of all, for my bigger things, I feed my krill. Let's start with krill. I feed my anemone krill, I feed all my shrimp and inverts krill every other day. The shrimp, you break it up into pieces. Krill's not that big, it's only about like maybe that long. It's not that big. You break it up, maybe take 3 pieces out of here, break a piece off, melt it down, feed it to the anemone. The anemone gets 1 piece, and I break it up for the shrimp and crabs and stuff like that. So they all really enjoy krill. So if you got stuff like that, or bigger fish, my tobacco bass eats a lot of krill too. So you're going to want to have krill if you got bigger species or inverts, stuff like that. Next, I feed a variety of Hikari frozen foods. I like Hikari's brand. It's cheaper, and I believe it's just as good as like the Sally's brand and stuff like that. So right now I'm feeding ocean plankton. It's a smaller, kind of like mysis shrimp, instead it's plankton. And then also Hikari Mega Marine. Mix it up. What I like to tell people at my local fish store that I work at, I tell them to buy, every time they need to buy frozen food, buy a different one. Vary it up as much as you can. So every time you go in and buy a new pack from your store, get a different thing. Get a mysis. If you fed mysis previously, get some brine shrimp, or get some plankton, Mega Marine, whatever works. Just vary your fish's diet. They love a wide variety of stuff. As well as brine shrimp. This is just a local fish store's brand, Aquarium Adventure. Pretty cheap, but it works. Brine shrimp. Here's that plankton and Mega Marine too. 2 really good things. This Mega Marine is a mix of like everything. It's got like plankton, mysis shrimp, brine shrimp, sea urchin, crap like that. And Cyclops I feed as well. I put a cube of that in there sometimes. Feeds the corals and smaller animals in the reef tank. They do like it. So that's definitely a cool thing. Yeah, some smaller foods for the coral and stuff like that. But frozen food is a must. You gotta feed frozen food to your saltwater fish. That is a requirement. Like I said, I feed every other day. I feed dry and then frozen, dry, frozen, dry, frozen. So the dry foods I feed, I like flakes. I find fish to have a better feeding response with flakes. Pellets are a little harder for them to eat, I've found in my experience with freshwater and saltwater fish. I find them not to accept pellets as good as flakes, probably because it's harder for them to eat and they're bigger. Flakes, they can just suck it right in, and I mean, every fish likes flakes, that's the thing. So I feed a lot of Ciche flakes. I picked these up at the aquarium show. They were really cheap. Ciche had a huge table of them. I got some NutriDiet shrimp flakes, Mega Marine, Marine Plus, and just regular marine flakes. The fish love these. Just a varied flakes, different flakes. I feed a different type of flake every time I feed dry food. For the inverts, sometimes I'll drop a few of these in the tank. They're cobalt brine shrimp flake or brine shrimp pellets. They like these. Some of the bigger fish in my tank also eat them, and also the piscine P-mysis pellets. The fish love these. They're micro pellets. Piscine is a great brand. I picked these up at that aquarium show too. A little bit more expensive food, but it's really high quality. But like I said, I feed majority flakes. The flakes I like the most are these Ocean Nutrition Prime Reef Flakes. I find these to have the greatest response to my fish. The fish love these things, they devour all of them. They're red in color, so they got a lot of different things inside of them. All your flakes are of course going to have preservatives and stuff like that, but try when you're buying flake food to buy a higher quality brand, not like Tetra or stuff like that. It's cheap. They use a lot of fillers and stuff like that. Higher quality brands are going to have higher quality stuff. That's the thing. Always buy quality food for your fish, no matter what, honestly, because you don't want to be feeding them crap, realistically. But yeah, it's not that expensive and it lasts you forever. That's the thing, especially one this big. You can get them almost anywhere. I feed my corals also. I feed them mostly dry food, except that Cyclops I showed you. I feed that to them sometimes, but what I feed and I'm liking is actually Benepets. It's called Benepets coral food. It's a really like micro fine, almost powder substance like that. You mix in a little bit of water and you get a ton of it. I just squirt it right at the corals and they eat it like crazy. I feed my corals about once a week. But yeah, guys, that's what I feed my fish as I've always fed them. Switch off each day, frozen, dry, frozen, dry. They get a wide variety of different stuff. All their nutritional needs are met. I believe that's the best way to feed your fish, and these are some really good things you could go out and buy, and your fish will like them for sure. So yeah, guys, make sure the updates on the 60-gallon reef tank and the 125-gallon reef tank build, as well as a ton of my other videos, playlists, care guides, stuff like that. And follow me on Instagram at Eagle Aquatics for exclusive content not seen on this channel. And I'll see you guys next time.